there's a lot of rumors or allegations that's going around about Pooh, Shiesty and Gotti. Now, one of the guys speaking on this situation um, was one of the dudes that was in the Dolph trial. Govin, I think his name was Govin Hernandez or something of that nature. And he's speaking about it. And I'm just thinking, like, he got exonerated off the case. And my number one thing is, I don't even think he should even be talking. That's my thing. Like, I think the first thing he should have been doing, which he probably did get out of Memphis, because people don't believe he was innocent. I think the first thing that Dog should have been doing is just staying low. But he broke this story, and now Tasha K, the internet police, and are pretty much going through it. But here you go.
Hey, I don't know who need to hear this, man, but no, I'm lying. Hey, Gucci man, LaFleur, you wouldn't sign 100 nigga from Memphis, Tennessee to try to antagonize Gotti all because he fucked your wife. Then you dropped them little niggas and killed Pooh and not Gotti and took Pooh Shiesty from you. How I feel to have a Memphis nigga, man, take your wife and your number one artist? You gotta tighten up, Gucci. All that goofy shit you were doing. Signing 100 nigga from Memphis, Tennessee, you ain't never heard them nigga mixtape. Just signing them nigga trying to antagonize a nigga. And we know about the other little shit that just happened too. Yeah, we gonna run that later on though, Gucci. She real shiesty around here, I see. Hey, y'all.
And my thing is this just, even though he beat the case, to me, this is just icing on the cake to let everybody know that it's not just make it look like you had something more to do with it, that you had something to do with it. Now, allegedly, what is being said, don't quote me if I'm wrong in the comment section. They said he was the one that put the play together. And he was the one that was, putting it, but, they couldn't prove that. So now all of a sudden, you bigging up Yo Gotti, I would just shut the fuck up and rehabilitate my life. But this is why some people don't deserve second chances, bro. This is why, sir, some people don't deserve go right back to all that time you had to worry about your freedom being on the line, right? Your freedom on the line. You go right back to talking street shit, bro. You go right back to talking street shit. And this is why certain people don't feel like certain people don't deserve second chances. This is why. And at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is. But then you got the internet police once again. Fans notice Gucci Mane is taking down his welcome home post for Pooh Shiesty's rumor circulate they have parted ways. So they said he took this shit down. And I believe he dropped all his he dropped his artists too. Before Pooh got out, he dropped all them dudes. He dropped all them dudes. I think they wanted to start over fresh. And for the most part, Gucci's record label has a history of dudes, going to the upper room or going to jail. Apparently they got talent, but nobody really grows into the, the superstar they should be. And I feel like part of the role of him and his wife who run that company is to try to reform these young guys. But then again, guess what? If you reform them, then maybe their music ain't as good, but it happens to everybody. Jay-Z music had to turn a leaf. Snoop music had to turn a leaf. Lil Wayne music turned a leaf. Pop music kind of turned a leaf in the reverse. Biggie started to kind of get off that gangster stuff before he passed and all that stuff. So at some point, you have to be able to reform them. You have to be able to reform them, bro. But if you allowing these dudes to still be ghetto and you put them on the road in one of the most dangerous jobs in the world where you a target, I mean, honestly, what does he expect to happen? Seriously. Now I'm gonna address something that old buddy said. He said all because he effed his wife. Now, the one thing I did hear Yo Gotti say, he on the Breakfast Club, he had glowing things to talk about Keisha Creole. He kept it kept it player. He had a lot of glowing things to say. He had a lot of glowing things to say about her. Said she cool. But like I said before, I remember I was having a conversation with a dude and he was telling me it was just sex. I could share my girl with somebody else and the threesome and go to sex. It's just sex. Deep down in your heart, if it's a girl that you really, really like, and you know another dude smashed a girl that's in the same space you in the same industry you in, or something like that, and y'all got to do business together, cross paths together, because they was cool. They've done songs like Frisbee. I mean, they've done songs before, a lot of songs. I feel like, and I feel like it went left, over the girl. But Gotti had been with her first, and then you with her, and then But like I said, I'm not seeing Gotti speak on this just publicly. It was he kept it player. Said she cool. He said I ain't got nothing bad to say about her. But when people know that you got another nigga's chick and he had her, he didn't wife her and you wifed her, you know what I'm saying? You feel a certain type of way about it. That's what I tell guys is, guys are territorial. It's deeper than sex. When niggas try to act like it's just sex, you just ain't had a woman you really liked. That's why you see these dudes and these women they be with, and these women they be with, and they crash out and they ready to send everybody to the upper room because they invested so much into her, and she cheating, making you look stupid and shit like that. That's what it boiled down to, man. Most of these dudes, man, in my opinion, bro, a lot of them ain't really dealt with a woman they really like, and that's just what it boiled down to. But at the end of the day, he said that you did all, you stole Pooh Shiesty. Apparently he was in a group. I didn't know that. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I didn't know Pooh was in the group. And you cut them and you kept him, and now Pooh Shiesty is back over there with Yo Gotti. And I remember, hearing Pooh Shiesty talk about, he didn't want to sign with Dolph or Gotti because he didn't want to be in the middle of that Memphis shit. He said he didn't want to be in the middle, so he signed with Gucci Mane. I remember hearing him say that. He didn't want to be in the middle of that. But here we go. So Tasha K allegedly, you get Tasha K be lying. But he said yes, allegedly Gucci was kidnapped by Pooh Shiesty and held at gunpoint until he signed a contract releasing him from his death row 2 I don't believe that, bro. A very strong source connected to the situation called me and filled me in. There was no confirmation of the robbery, just alleged contract releases so Pooh can go freely to sign with Gotti. On Monday, I dropped the rest of the deets. This is allegedly the real reason Pooh Shiesty was arrested, and they're allegedly trying to cover it up. If what I'm being told is true, everything is alleged. Even my name is allegedly. See y'all money. So she ain't got no money to get sued for. So me personally, they said he didn't get arrested. And my thing, if he did get arrested for that, he should still be in jail. Now, would Gucci Mane snitch or something like that? I don't know. Like I said, I ain't getting into that. I don't know if this is true, this is false. I can't call it. I don't know what that is. Hold on. I guess there's another dog at the window. My bad, y'all. Yeah, good boy doing your job. You supposed to do. Or that must be another dog or somebody. But yeah. So yeah, I ain't gonna feed into that to keep it a bean, bro. If he get released, it'll be on some hip hop documentary or something like that, man. But you gotta do all that, to release from a contract. I mean, you gotta hold him at gunpoint. Gucci testify or snitch or he got a police report. He done. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe it, bro. He released all them other artists. You know what I'm saying? But it's, if he really took down all the free Pooh Shiesty stuff, they probably came out to a deal, and he wanted to sign with Gotti. He signed with Gotti, bro. So be it. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. Real crazy, man. But let me know what y'all think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notification, increase your chance, get notification. Check out the Real 101 playlist, music and 10 playlist. Peace.